Welcome everyone, I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Today I'm going to show you how to make this coconut cream pie. It's absolutely fantastic. And to make the crust, you're going to need 1.5 cups of ginger snaps. Now I've processed the ginger snaps in a food processor to get it into this fine texture. You're going to need about 30 cookies this size to get 1.5 cups. Now if you don't have a food processor, go ahead and put them in a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin or something that can crush them into that fine texture. You're going to need 1/4 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of butter. Now this is going to be our crust to our coconut cream pie. Now for the filling, you're going to need 2 cups of half and half, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and you're going to need 1 cup of real coconut cream. Now this is the coconut cream brand that I use. It's the Coco Lopez. It is one of my favorite, but it's real coconut cream. You're going to need 2 cups of sweetened coconut. Now I'm going to use 1/2 cup of this coconut and I'm going to toast it to use on the top of our coconut cream pie. And if you don't know how to toast coconut, check out my YouTube channel on how to toast coconut. I've added the link in the description box below this video. And also you're going to need 1 cup of heavy cream. This is a cream we're going to whip and add to the top of our pie. So let me show you how we're going to get the crust together. We're going to add those crushed ginger snap crumbs into a small bowl along with the sugar. And we're going to give this a lovely little tossing. And now I've melted the butter and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all that butter in there. Now I've got my oven preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And once we get these 3 ingredients well incorporated, we're going to press it into a 9-inch pie pan. Now I'm adding it into the 9-inch pie pan. I'm using a glass one. If you want to use aluminum, that's fine. And I find it's best to go ahead and use your hands to evenly distribute this. Once you get it evenly patted in there, you're going to bake it in the oven for the next 10 minutes. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the filling. In a 2.5 quart saucepan, I'm adding my sugar and my cornstarch. Then I'm adding my half and half cream along with the coconut cream. Want to make sure you get all that coconut cream out of there. Okay, so I'm just going to use a spatula because it's very thick, and boy does this give it some fantastic flavor. And we're going to stir these 4 ingredients around till they're very well combined. Alright, and you also, with your spatula, you may want to work over here in the edges and make sure you don't have any cornstarch hiding over there in the corners of your saucepan. Alright, now this goes over medium heat, so follow me. As it cooks over medium heat, I'm going to slowly add in my lightly beaten egg. And we're going to continuously whisk this until it becomes almost like pudding. That may take about 10 or 15 minutes. Our coconut filling is starting to bubble, as you can see, and this is the time to add the butter. Just want to add the butter in there. Alright, and I cut my butter in tiny cubes, and now we're removing this off the heat. Now that we've got it off the heat and the butter has melted into our coconut filling here, I'm going to add the teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to eyeball it there. Wow, wow, wow. Does this smell absolutely fantastic. And who doesn't like a coconut cream pie? Give me big likes for coconut cream pie, because here comes the coconut. Now we're going to slowly just fold this in to our cream mixture here with a spatula. Now I've already toasted 1/2 cup of our coconut. So remember to save 1/2 cup of your coconut for toasting. This will go beautifully on the top of this pie. Alright, now that looks absolutely perfect. And now it's ready for its crust. Adding that coconut filling into that beautiful ginger crisp pie crust, and oh my lads, how fabulous is that? All right, now there it is. I'm going to let this cool for about 2 hours before I add the whipping topping and our roasted coconuts. Actually, I'm going to lift this up and put it on the cooling rack. That way all the heat from underneath can escape and it'll cool down a lot faster. I've added my whipping cream into a small mixing bowl with about a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, after about 2 minutes of whipping, this is what it looks like. Here's that coconut cream pie. I'm going to add a little dollop of that fresh whipping cream along with some fresh roasted coconut flakes. Wow, you can't get better than that. And now, gotta give it a try. Look at that crust underneath there. Now, if I would have let this sit for another hour, it would have held up a little bit better, but I cut into it before it completely cooled down. Here goes. It's going to be delicious. Gotta get some coconut and whipped cream too. Oh my. The ginger snap crust with that cream filling with the fresh coconut, and that cream of coconut makes this the pure American coconut pie. Hey, if you haven't used cream of coconut to make your coconut pie, then you haven't had a real coconut pie. Hey y'all, hope you give this a try. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.